Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey. I want to welcome you to the Videocast. How many times during the course of the day, now this is something you got to think about, but it's worth thinking. How many times in the course of the day do you give an excuse? I mean, it can be for being late to a meeting because something isn't accomplished or done, something you forgot, whatever. How many times a day do you make an excuse? Now, if you're like most of us, especially like me, you have no idea because it's often. It is often. I can probably count excuses by the hour, not by the day. And how many that I actually make because it's habit. It's not something that, I'm not talking about the person who is just constantly giving excuses, always making promises, never keeping them, always having a reason that they don't happen. I'm just talking about excuses of life, of things that go on around you. And it is a habit that can cause great damage if you don't bring it under control. You see, excuses take away from us. Not only does it deny us our responsibility in things, because you are responsible. I mean, that's something you have to remember. Write it down on a piece of paper. Keep it in your pocket. Write it and stick it on your computer screen. Whatever. Just simple words. I am responsible. Because you are responsible for your behavior. You are responsible for what goes on in your life. Always, it comes down to your responsibility. But we're so used to making excuses. And we're fed this. We're fed this all the time. You watch television, even commercials. What do they tell you when they have a commercial? And this one always makes me crazy. Is that you get somebody who's deep in debt and, you got credit card bills that are thousands of dollars. But then they say, but this isn't your fault. Well, whose fault is it? It's like, of course it's your fault. You haven't learned how to handle your money. You haven't learned how to handle credit. Now, you want to be able to have an answer to the problem, but before you can do that, you have to embrace the responsibility of the problem. It drives me crazy how many times in the course of the day people either say or hear, this isn't your fault. You aren't responsible for this. There are things that are our fault. Yes, there are things that happen in life that we have no control over, and that's just the way that it is. And that's unfortunate. And some of those things can be extremely tragic. And I'm not saying that they're your fault that these things happen, but I am saying that we have to be responsible for how we respond in our life. You see, God in His great wisdom gave you control over one thing in the entire universe. You cannot control the weather, you cannot control other people, you cannot control the economy, you cannot control anything. The only thing that you can control is yourself. How you respond to life is your responsibility. Don't be a victim. And that's where this habit of excuse making takes us. It takes us into this victim mentality. Look at our culture today. How many people are constantly acting like they're victims to everything? Nothing is their fault. Nothing is their responsibility to change. Someone has to rescue me. Someone has to do something. And usually it's the government who's supposed to do it. And that is not the way to have a successful life. If you want to be successful, stop making excuses, take responsibility, and move forward. Get the things done that you need to get done. Be a responsible person. Be someone who can be depended upon to not only fulfill your commitments, but when those things fail, you're not going to blame something or someone else. No excuses. Pay attention to how many times during the course of this day you make an excuse. Just out of habit. Just how many times are you making an excuse? Then purposely, and I do mean purposely, focus on stopping it, not doing it, not making an excuse for the things, no matter how small or how big. No more excuses. When that happens, you will find yourself not only a more responsible person, but a far happier person and a far more productive person. You are a victor, not a victim. And when you do this, you will be your best. Love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and change your world. Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey again, and I want to thank you for being a part of this videocast. Now, if you want to be sure that you see every videocast as it comes out, what I want you to do is right below here, you're going to see a subscribe button. Click on that and you'll get the videos every single time we put them up, because we want to help you, we want to add value to you, we want you to be a part of what we're doing. And if you're interested in any of the books, articles, blogs, and other material that we have in order to help you become your very best, go to our website at www.johnpatrickhickey.com. That's www.johnpatrickhickey.com. And we're here to help you be your best.